Welcome, my name is Michele Jutrisa and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. This is just a very quick impromptu video, so that's why I'm sort of still setting up while I'm talking to you. I press go without having everything ready. But thanks jumping on. If you're here, say hello. This is just going to be very, very quickly. As some of you or most of you should know by now, Stampin' Up have brought out new packaging. Let me just flip my camera down so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is one of our new stamp sets on our online exclusives. And this is their new packaging. So what they're doing now is they're going to have their stamps in an envelope rather than in the, let me have a look where I've got one of these close by. This is their previous sort of stamp set. This is a very old stamp set, no longer available. But as you can see, it's in a DVD type case, a video type case. So they're going from this style of storage to this envelope, and it is a lot longer. So there's been a few issues because people are used to having these ones on bookshelves, bookcases, where you can see the spine and everything is written on the spine, and you can easily then pick it out which one you've got. And of course, with this, we don't have a spine. But, I mean, I'm actually quite liking this idea of this because it's a lot narrower. I can fit a lot more into storage. But, hello, Leslie, thanks for jumping on. But the thing is, I can't put this on a bookcase. I can't see what it is. So I just thought I'd very quickly share with you something that I have found, which I think is going to be perfect for my situation, even though my situation here is evolving a little. What I do, what I've decided to do anyway, is when I store my stamps. Now, this is a bundle, so this comes a stamp set and dies. I'm storing both of them in the same envelope. The reason for that is I like to keep it all together, and I just sort of felt there's enough room inside this envelope to store both my stamps and my dies. And this is another really good thing that Stampin' Up have done. They've actually added the pictures of the dies on there so you can see exactly what you've got. But if it's a standalone die set, then they will be separate. If it's one that coordinates with or is as a bundle with a stamp set and dies, I'm going to be putting the two of them together. I'm keeping my stamp set like that on the two pieces of plastic. I'm not going to worry about stamping or adding anything more into that. I think for me that is enough. I know how many stamps are in there. It tells me there's 7 stamps. I've got an image there. As long as I get them all back onto that piece, 2 pieces of plastic, I think that will be fine. So that's going to go in there like that. This one here, I've taken them off the cardboard because myself personally, I don't like the cardboard with the double-sided adhesive and them stuck on there. I've bought some magnetic sheets. Now, these magnetic sheets I got from Craft Online here in Australia, and they weren't too badly priced. I think they were a pack of 5 or something like that for about $7 or $8. It has got a white surface on the back, so you could even add, if you wanted to, your stamps onto the back of there. And that's going, but I'm going to keep mine in 2 separate lots there, and that is going to slip just into there perfectly. There is enough room inside this envelope that I can slip both of these in. Now, I saw one of the American demonstrator showing how she actually tucks that flap in there, so I thought I'm going to give that a go, and then that just makes it an open envelope, and they will just slip in there quite easily. When I come to use them, I'm just going to pull both of those out and take what I need or require from that. So that is how I'm going to store my stamps and dies together. Now, this is all personal preference. This is just my choice. But what I was doing some research The bookcase I've got at the moment is quite narrow. It's only about 24 centimetres deep. So I didn't want to have any storage that was going to be coming out too far past the front of the bookcase. Now, since then, I've actually changed my idea and I'm going to get another Califax style. It's not a Califax, but it's a Califax style bookcase, just because of the fact I'm changing other things in my room and it's going to suit. And I'm actually going to be changing where I'm going to keep my dies and everything. I've got a trolley and I have found some containers that will fit in either a bookcase or in my trolley. Now, I can't show you my trolley at the moment because I'm on webcam and it's on the sort of just to one side and very messy at the moment because I'm pulling everything apart. But this is what I have found. This is a set of 3 containers. It came from Big W, so this is sort of something that I've been looking for because if I was going to keep it on the bookcase, I wanted something that wasn't going to be too deep. The width of this is, or the length of it is, if I get a centimetre ruler, is here 25 centimetres. I think my bookcase is around about 21, 22. So it was only going to come past my bookcase by about that much. So you're not going to, if it was any shorter, then I would have been worried that the whole thing would flip out of the bookcase. But the beauty of this box here from Big W, you get 3 and it only costs about $7. So it's not a huge expense. But let me just take all of this off because my husband only bought them for me yesterday. So let me just snip this packaging off here. So I'm definitely keeping them. Pull all that off. As I said, this is very impromptu because I wasn't planning on doing this. I should be sorting out other stuff. Anyway, let's grab all this out. These stickers are quite well and truly stuck. Okay. So as I said, we're only about, well, that's probably slightly better. They're slightly angled. So it's 27 across the top, 25.5 across the bottom. The width of this box at the bottom. Now, this is where you've got to be very careful. Some of these boxes can be quite angled, and that's so then they can stack like this one has stacked. But this is 14.5 centimetres across the bottom. And theoretically, this should fit in here, which is also 14.5. So that is going to sit in there perfectly. So let me just bring it up so you can see. So that sits in that base really well. It would have been nicer if it was slightly wider, but it's only just, it's perfect in there. So I thought that's just going to be a really great way to store my all my new stamp sets. So all of these, as you can see, are going to fit in there really well, and I'll be able to flip through them. Now, I've already taken some of my older stamp sets and put them into some of the envelopes that I have, because I'm just going to change all my storage around and they fit in there as well. So I just thought I'd just quickly show you something I found that was inexpensive at Big W, 3 for $7. If you don't have one, I think because I found this online, I think you can get this posted out to you, though we've got one locally, so my husband went and picked them up for me. They're in white, which is what I wanted. Yeah. So I just thought I would share that with you. So if you're looking for something to store your new stamp sets and dies in, that's what I have found. That's what I'll be using. And at the moment, I'm going to be looking at putting this inside, sitting on the shelves in my trolley. The only thing I'm not quite sure about yet, if I put these on my second shelf of my trolley, am I going to be able to get it in and out because of the depth of between the trolley shelves? But that's something I will deal with later on. But if you're putting this into a bookcase, that's the one I found originally for my bookcase that I have at present. But even when I do go to the Califax, which is around about 31, 32 centimetres deep, that being 27, it will still fit in there nicely. And if I put two of those together, let's just have a look and see what we've got. Can't quite fit two side by side in a Califax. I know on the shelf system I've got at the moment, I definitely can't fit two side by side. But there you go, because I think that's around about 33. So there's a quick little find for you. As I said, inexpensive, rather cheap. Quality is not too bad. And I'm just going to, I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to label things as yet or not, but I'm definitely going to be moving things over and putting them all into the new envelopes. So I hope that's helped you. I hope that gives you a little bit of inspiration to see what else is out there and what is going to work for you. And I'm going to get back into cleaning my workroom. Let me put me back up there. I don't know whether you can see behind me, but I've got this unit behind me with all my papers and everything in it. And right at the very top here, I have bought a divider from IKEA. This is not a Califax. It's just a cheap cube cupboard from, I think it might have, we got a second hand. I think it might have been from Bunnings, and I've put the Califax drawers into it. But I've put this in here, and I've got to put a second one. And because of the depth of those shelves that I've turned sideways, because I've got all my 12 by 12 cardstock up there, double-sided cardstock up there in colours, and I've got a second one which is going into there. These little dividers do take up a fair bit of space, so what I had in there before is definitely not going to fit. So that's why I'm going for another little Califax unit to go, or styled unit to go to replace my bookcase. So some of these other things can fit into it. And when I get that done, I may show it to you. But at the moment, I've got piles of paper and cardstock everywhere as I'm trying to reorganize that top row there. So that's what I'm up to today, besides trying to get some blogging done. But I just thought I'd share that with you all. So have a lovely weekend. We might get a bit of rain out there today by the looks of it outside. It's fairly cloudy. My husband's trying to build a deck, so he's popped out, and I'm sure he'll be rushing back soon to get some more screwing down of deck planks, so I can get outside and when it is sunny to enjoy the sun on our new deck. So